Hello, everybody. I wasn't sure. I sent out a notification earlier that I was going to go live at 1. I'm not sure if it went out. I don't know how to tell. So I'll wait till somebody shows up. Eat my popcorn. Hold me over to lunch. My lunch. Ready there? I need somebody to tell me if my notification went out earlier. That I was going to go live at 1. I'm going to talk about Kratom today. In my experience, and answer some questions. Hello, nobody's there. Well, nobody is here. Well, okay. All right, well, I'm just going to start talking. Show. All right, so I'm going to talk about Kratom. And yesterday, I did a video, and it was about Kratom, toss and washing, and, that kind of thing. And I had somebody ask me some questions underneath the video yesterday. And the first question she had was, I say I'm going to take Kratom once a day. I take 3. Hi. Is Nike? Is that how you pronounce it? That I take 3 teaspoons in the morning. And though she asked me if it lasts me all day. No, it does not last me all day. It lasts me probably about 3 hours, 3 or 4 hours tops. And but I don't like taking it more because it will mess with my tolerance. If I take Kratom more than once a day, it really lowers the effects for me. And so to keep my tolerance down, and for another thing is when I take it more than once a day, I don't like how it makes me feel. So no, it doesn't last me all day. The 3 teaspoons does not. It just gives me enough to get going in the morning, to get done the things that I need to get done, my house clean, dinner started for the night, in the crock pot, whatever things I needed to do. That's what it does. Another one, how long do you have to take Kratom from opiate use? Okay. I don't know how to answer this. A lot of times, opiate addicts, they will be put on Suboxone or whatever, and they'll be told that they will have to be on it for the rest of their life. Addiction is a disease, and it is prone to relapse, and a lot of people are put on it indefinitely. And I am all for using a medication or a natural substance to help with dealing with addiction. Kratom is no different. I think that I will probably take Kratom for the rest of my life. I suffer, with depression, with the aftermath of my addiction that lasted all of 10 years, more than 10 years, 14 years. And so my brain chemistry has changed, like we were talking about in my last live stream. I think that a person, if they need to take Kratom or Suboxone, and for the rest of their life, and it keeps a needle out of their arm, then Well, I don't see anything wrong with it. Now, some people can't handle taking kratom. It triggers them. Well, if it triggers you and you don't, hi, Leonard. So nobody got a notification that I set up earlier that I was going to go live at 1. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. All right. Yeah, I was on antidepressants too, and they never in my entire life did they ever help me. Ever. Never. All right. Another thing I want to talk about is how I discovered kratom. Okay, here's the thing. Like, I had been clean 2 years, all on my own, white knuckling, and I was miserable for 2 years, completely. So I decided to go on Suboxone, and it wasn't for me, both for financial reasons, and it's not something that I wanted to do. I didn't want to be addicted to an opiate, because if I missed it, like if I didn't take my strip at 11 o'clock every day, I started getting withdrawal symptoms. I don't care. People can say it takes 3 days for you to start withdrawal from Suboxone. Sorry, not in my case. I started withdrawing if I didn't take it at 11 o'clock every day. And for me, for myself, I couldn't see anything that was any different than me waking up dope sick every day and having to find something to put in my body so I wasn't sick. So for me, I did not want that. And so I went off, then I went back on, and then I was on YouTube one day and I saw a title of a video that said, using kratom to come off of Suboxone or something. I'm like, let me check this out. And I saw this person talking about this thing called kratom and how it was wonderful and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what the it was kratom. And so I started Googling, and then I started searching videos. And I was like, I want to try this. But my partner, Bernie, he was a drug counselor. He was anti-Suboxone. He was very nervous about me. Like, I knew I would have to really sell this thing for him to feel comfortable with me trying this opiate-like powder, right? And so, but I talked to him about it. I'm like, I got to do something. I don't want to be on Suboxone. I want to feel better, or else I don't know how long I'm going to be able to do this. I really don't. It was either, relapse or kill myself. I'm willing to try anything. So I abused over-the-counter drugs because probation said I couldn't take kratom or medical marijuana. That is one of the things that I get so mad about, is that people are not allowed to use kratom in their recoveries. That just burns my ass more than anything. Like, I just get so mad that they would rather you be on Big Pharma's Suboxone and addicted to an opiate instead of a natural plant. And if you use a natural plant, I mean, I think it's wrong in so many ways. We have rights. We should have a right to take a natural substance, a supplement, if we want to. And our government just has too much overreach. Don't even get me started on that. Yeah. When they try to ban something, you know it works, because they don't want to lose their money. And so back to my story, I talked to Bernie about it, and I had made a decision. I'm going to try kratom. So I ordered, a couple little bags, one red, one white. And I took 4 grams the first time, because I didn't know how to read a scale. I only wanted to take 2 grams. I ended up taking 4 grams. And the mood lift was incredible. I had no more pain in my knee. I felt like a normal person. Again, I was like, this is amazing. And why are people not told about it? And so I've been on it since. I've been on Kratom since. I was like three years ago or so. And I've met, so many people that are helped by Kratom. And I've met some that can't take Kratom because they abuse it. We're set up to abuse things. We as people, if you can't take Kratom, you can't take Kratom. I am not going to judge. Like I was talking to my last live stream, I tried Phenibut. And for me, I knew I should not take that. And so I stopped. I never bought anymore. And that was 3 years. That was 3 years ago. Because I tried it around the same time I did the Kratom. And so, if there's something that is causing you issues, then you should probably stay away from it. It's not for everybody. Just like Suboxone isn't for everybody. But gosh, I just think it's such a big lie that Suboxone is the only treatment for opiate addiction long term. I just think it's all bullshit. So, anybody have any questions? Oh, let me see if she has any more. Yeah, I don't have much, I don't get mood lift like I did when I first started taking Kratom. I feel like there's a ceiling effect with Kratom. I think that I'm not saying I don't get any, but it's nothing like it used to be. And I only take it once a day. And, I think that you build up some sort of tolerance in your brain, and the mood lift isn't like it used to be. And so resetting, I used to reset, right? I used to use stem and vein, and I would reset myself, and I would not take regular Kratom for a few days, and I would just take the stem and vein, which is the stem and the vein of the leaf. It has its own alkaloids in it, but it will help you lower your tolerance. I can't do that anymore because I'm in so much pain in my joints that if I don't take the Kratom, I'm in excruciating pain. And so it does help my pain so a lot. I just don't get that beautiful mood lift that I used to get. They rap about lean when Kratom is stronger and can't kill you like lean. I don't even know what lean is. I've heard something, but I don't know what it is. Can you tell me what lean is? Wasn't there some rapper who got addicted to it or something? Lil Wayne or somebody? What is lean? Somebody can tell me. Is it like a cough syrup? Well, like I was saying on my last video, my last live stream, I was shocked that you can buy Tylenol 3 over the counter in UK. Nuts. I'm just shocked. See, I listen, I pay attention. I don't know how that stuck in my brain, but it did. Lil Wayne, lean, something. Codeine syrup. I have an experience with codeine syrup. Back when I first got diagnosed with cancer, I had left my husband. I was staying with a friend, and she had a bottle of cough syrup. Now you gotta remember when I tell you I was inexperienced. The only thing I had done, like I said, I'd partied in the 80s. I did coke, did some meth. Other than that, that was it. So I was clueless about codeine, about anything like that. Like I didn't know a lot. So I saw, but I did notice on this bottle there was an orange sticker, controlled substance. I knew what controlled substance meant. I wasn't that stupid. So I took me a big old tablespoon of that syrup. Holy fuck. It fucked me up. So this lady that I'm staying with, she comes home from work. And I'm sitting at the table with her. And I was so fucking high, I could not even hardly have this conversation. It was all I could do to stay, involved in this conversation. And how she did not see that I was fucked up, I have no idea. Well, I ended up taking the rest of that bottle. That was a sign of things to come. That was a sign that maybe I'm an addict, but I had no, of course I didn't have any idea. But yeah, Zaza Red has straight up saved my life with no withdrawal. Zaza Red, is that like a company? Or is that a strain? Or is that I don't know that I've never heard of Zaza. If you can really find good kratom, it can save your life. And if you don't have an issue with it and you're not, abusing it, it can save your life. It has saved so many people's lives. And, when I hear that people, like news people are in their articles about how this person died of kratom, and this person, kratom is so evil, and it's an opiate, and you can, I want to kill people. I get so freaking mad because there's never been a death that's been related to kratom that they didn't have something else in their system. Not once. If there is, then prove me wrong, because I believe you can only get it in Alabama. Oh, it's also another brand known as Tiana. Scene in that makes it so strong. Yeah. Some of us can't do just one. You mean kratom? Oh, promethazine is the same kind of drug as Benadryl. I take Benadryl every night before I go to bed and go to sleep. I think that's one of the reasons why the kratom doesn't affect me like it used to. Like I said, I don't have a lot of mood lifts with it anymore. And I heard the antihistamines can affect the way the kratom, affects. And I think it's probably the Benadryl that makes me not feel the kratom. But you know what? I don't only take kratom to get a mood lift. I take kratom because it helps me not be depressed. I take kratom because it helps me not be in pain. Pain is the number one. I can't take pain meds, obviously. And I have arthritis. I'm 54 years old. I am feeling it every bit in my body. I put my body through hell. And my body's not happy. And so kratom helps me with all that. Promethazine is only to stop nausea. Oh. I never heard of it. So where do these people get this lean stuff? Like, do you just They just order it online. I mean, you're not getting, can't buy it over the counter. I mean, where do these people get this stuff? I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying, but I want you to tell me where to get it. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, do they buy it online? Do they? $65 and realize I got hooked. Hooked on what? I know, Leonard. You got Suboxone people actually putting down Kratom. And how do I say this? I used to follow someone quite regularly on YouTube, and I stopped because of the constant putting down of Kratom, the constant bullshit about how Kratom. This person got themselves aligned with some doctor who started doing anti-Kratom videos, and I couldn't take it anymore. So I started unfollowing this person because I'm tired of hearing somebody that's been on Suboxone for years and years putting down Kratom. I got tired of hearing it. Hey, babe, Baba. How do you pronounce your name? Baba Yaga. Baba Yaga. Oh, narcos. Yeah, I pay, this is my last kilo I got from T-Forge. I paid $89 for a kilo, and it is good Kratom. And I'm telling you, it is excellent. I've tried a lot of Kratoms in my day, and the T-Forge right now for me is the best. Yeah, 6 years of use, Norcos. I that's how mine started. Pills, but unfortunately, it didn't end with pills. I went to heroin. I was on pills for 10 years, and it grew into a heroin addiction. You just ordered from the T-Forge? Excellent. You're going to love his Kratom. I'm telling you, he has excellent Kratom. Maybe I'll do my next giveaway. I will give out some of his Kratom so you guys can try it. Or you know what? Message me if you want a sample. I'll send you out a sample. You stopped following also, yeah. Oh, really? Was it you stopped following this person over the Kratom situation, or? I find myself nodding out. Yeah, it's got me blowing up an Iraq, fentanyl, oxys, then methadone, then heroin. That's how it goes. Fentanyl. That stuff is what's killing people. I think that back when I was doing heroin, it was heroin. It was real heroin. And towards the end, when I overdosed 3 times in 5 months, I think that was when the fentanyl was introduced, because before I was able to do 4 or 5 bags at a time, and it's still not out. It was more euphoric. It was more, I don't know how to even explain it. But the fentanyl, I mean, that is, I think that's what caused me to OD. I was not used to having fentanyl in my Kratom. I'm not in my heroin. But luckily I got out before it really hit, because I wouldn't be here. Like, I absolutely would not be here right now. Absolutely would not. I mean, I was balls to the wall. Yeah. Kratom is a miracle. And I defy anyone who says that it's not. And I am, like I said, I will not follow somebody that constantly puts Kratom down. I would do more Kratom videos, but YouTube, I had another channel. Leonard knows this. I had another channel that I had, Natural Addiction. It was Kratom for Recovery. Is that what it was? And they struck me because I was doing Kratom vendor reviews. And I ended up having to take the channel down because I was having to delete all my videos. And it was like, screw this. They already have their eye on me. I'm just going to make a new channel, and I'm going to be very careful about what I put on my titles and what I put in my videos. I'm afraid to do Kratom videos, to be honest, because YouTube will strike. They're in the pockets of big pharma. I know you did, Leonard. So did I. But it just got too ridiculous. Her and that doctor she got herself hooked up with. It was just cut to where body bags were bad for business back in the day. So they cut. I don't know what that means. To where body bags were bad for business back in the day. So they cut. I don't know what that means. R.I.P. Don't know what that means. Why do they do that? Put fentanyl in it. Well, because fentanyl is cheap. And they can get it from China, and China sends it over here, right? I don't know if it comes up from Mexico or not. That I don't know, but I do know that China sends it over here, and it's cheap. And so these drug dealers and they cut they'll cut the heroin with it. They started. Now it's mostly all fentanyl, and we don't get real heroin here anymore. I mean, if you not that I've heard of anyway. It says the dope boys hop back a couple bags to kill a couple people to get people dying. It's good marketing. Cut their dope correctly back in the day. Yes, that is true. And here, like I said before on my last video, like I think that heroin should be legal for medical use. I think that drug addicts, just like in Canada, they should be able to get it prescribed. And because they have had great outcomes in Canada by giving people scripts. And these people have jobs. These people are functioning in society. These people are doing really good. They're under a doctor's care, and they take their heroin just like they would take a Suboxone, but they don't have to go out there and steal for it. I just think it's a great idea. I really do. A lot of people may disagree with me and say, what the hell are you talking about? But what we're doing here is not working, obviously. We need to change some things. Thanks. Yes, they get well and go back to work. Exactly. And here's the thing, like I was telling before, I still suffer the consequences of my addiction in my brain. I am not the same person. If I could be prescribed a certain amount of heroin a day by a doctor, I'm in recovery. I go to meetings. I sponsor people. I try to help people. I'm not just using a substance to stay clean. I'm working a program. I think that it would be beneficial for me. If that was a possibility here, I would absolutely do it. There's no doubt in my mind. I would do it. You know, do I want to get high? No, but I want to function. The Kratom is good in the morning to get me started, but I would like to be on a plan, like on a regimen where, all through the day, I can take a little of something to help me function in life on a normal level. I started in AA, and when COVID happened, all the meetings shut down and they started going on the phone meetings. And so, no, I don't go to AA now, but I do follow the AA 12 steps. I do follow the AA way of life. And it's helped change my life. It really has. And, I don't talk about a lot of my channel because there's a lot of people that don't want to hear about it. But I do believe in the AA way of life. I really do. Alcohol is not a problem for me. I can have a beer, and I'm good. But the principles, the whole thing with AA is really, it's a good program. No, I don't Zoom. No. No, but I read my AA book. And Bernie's Mr. AA. Like he is Mr. A. He does the Zooms. He's also in PAA with porn addiction. And so he's Zooming a lot. I'm not a people person. I'm shy, believe it or not. I'm private, believe it or not. Doing this channel is so out of my league. But you know what? I find that I feel better when I'm talking about hope, when I'm talking about the struggle with other people, and then so they can know that they're not alone. And so it's my way of helping others, and by helping others, I help myself. So, but yeah, I'm not really a people person. If you ever need someone to talk to in these times, we are all in the same struggle. So I'll give you my email somehow. I'm Avalon. What am my email? AvalonDecker7@gmail.com is my email address. And I'm Avalon and Decker on Facebook. 92. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. My son was born in 92. That's almost 30 years ago. 30 years clean. Wow. Does it get any better? Like, I'm only 6 years out, and I feel like I'm going to be depressed for the rest of my life. I'm going to be lethargic for the rest of my life. I know that's, maybe in a couple of years, my brain will reset. I don't know, but it hasn't yet. So it's kind of a, it's hard. And that's why people, relapse. So relapses rate is so high because of people can't handle feeling the post-acute withdrawal. They can't handle the brain not resetting. And it's hard to drag through each day after day after day. And that there's something out there that could give you relief. That's people relapse, I think about that too. I'm like, oh, if I could just have a Percocet. And then I'm like, wait a minute. That's how it starts. It always starts with just one Percocet, No, there's no such thing as one Percocet. Not for me. There's no such thing as one Percocet. Acceptance is the key to all of our problems today. That's right. It's an AA. One of the things that has helped change my life is acceptance. Acceptance that life happens, and I can't use no matter what happens in life. I just need to accept it and deal with it. You're a poster child for quitting Suboxone. Everyone needs to hear your story. Yeah, not everybody wanted to, though, Leonard. Not everybody wanted to hear my story because I'm not a Suboxone advocate. People kind of started thinking that I was anti-Suboxone, and I'm not anti-Suboxone. I don't believe it's a cure for addiction. I don't believe that it should, I don't know. I think alone is not, it doesn't. I've seen more people abuse Suboxone than I have successfully use it. I've seen one person successfully use it, and that was someone that I used to follow on YouTube. It is overprescribed, and it is, you know, people aren't told that you need to change more than you need to change your life. You can't just come off the street, complete addict, complete off the wall, complete balls to the wall, addict off the street, slap a film under their tongue and send them on their way and say, okay, there you go. When you think of it that way, doesn't it seem a little ridiculous? You know, because I know that I got addicted to the lifestyle. I got addicted to the process. I got addicted to the needle. I got addicted to the drama every day, brought. When I woke up, I was dope sick, and I knew I had a purpose that day. My purpose was hustle, 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 hustle. And you learn that. You learn that way of life. So to come in off the street, completely an addict mentality, they give you Suboxone and send you on your way with no instruction on how to change your life. That's why, for me, I needed a year and halfway house. A halfway house that made meetings mandatory, because I thought I didn't need AA. I didn't need any of that shit. That was bullshit. That was just ridiculous. I wasn't going to have nothing to do with it. I just knew it was ridiculous. I knew I did not need it. Oh my gosh. And when I came back after I relapsed and died 3 times, I had a little bit of change of heart. And I was saying, I don't know how to run my life, and I need to learn how to live life. Somebody needs to teach me. And so I had to go to a halfway house for a year and learn how to change my life. I had to say, you know what? Me running my life put me in a ditch. It put me in, like, I was completely out of control. And I needed to learn that I was carrying resentments against my family for what they put me through growing up. I had resentments against God, resentments against, you name it, I had a resentment against it. All that anger, you're just running through life just full of anger, full of just, and that just, it drives the addiction. Fear of not being accepted. Fear, just fear of feeling. Oh, I can't feel. Oh, I gotta escape this. I can't feel this. Oh my gosh. And then that desperation of not wanting to feel. So, all right, I'm going to probably sign off now, but this has been fun, guys. And, message me, email me, and give this video a thumbs up. All right. Hope you're all having a good day. Brightest blessings, and God is blessed.